All right. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Beckie Belote. I am a grant and memories advisor from Newport News, Virginia, and a little bit of issues this morning, but glad that you're with me. Um, yeah, if you missed that first little faux pas, I'm sorry because I always try to make you smile on Tuesday. So anyways, today I have a tip I'm going to use with some border punches. So just something kind of that I stumbled across. It's not earth-shattering, but I thought you might like to get more use out of your border punches. And the ones that I'll be using today, I talked about this last week. I'm going to be using border punches that do not fall off of the paper. Silver at the top means that all of this is going to break off from the top, but there is no silver on the bottom, so it's not going to fall off the bottom. Unlike, for instance, the new fishnet punch, which is genius and really cool and versatile. You can see where the silver is both above and below, which means this will totally separate from the paper. These are not the ones that I'm going to be working with today. And so you might want to be, if you want to kind of try one of these along with me, I'm not going to complete a double page spread in front of you because I think it would be hard for you to do it with me until you know what we're going to do. All right. But anyways, so grab one of your punches that will not separate from the paper. There's lots of them. Lots and lots and lots of them. Here's another one. It's a great one. Damask. This is a mountain slope. Probably not. Probably not called it. Let me see if I can see it on my shelf. It's snow-capped mountain. Snow-capped mountain. This is damask. But anyways, those are good choices, but there's lots. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you. Before I do, I want to remind you we have an incredible promotion going on. It's while supplies last. We got an email yesterday that these are the last days of it. Likely will end on Friday before 1 o'clock. It includes 4 different punch bundles, which that means is an exclusive punch with an exclusive paper pack, with an exclusive sticker pack that all kind of coordinates together. So there's one for coffee lovers called Morning Brew. There's one for, I'm gonna say beer lovers because the punch has got beer bottles and the beer steins. But that one is kind of gamey, like pool, dice, like maybe bunco, cards, stuff like that. So kind of like a game night for adults. And then there's one for birthday parties like ice cream. Ice cream, it's got this little punch that does a variety of different ice cream cones. Like you can build your own cones, put it in a cone. Then it's got coordinating stickers and embellishments and paper for parties and eating out at, eating out like when you're on vacation, we always get ice cream, don't you? Like you don't ever eat it at home. And then you go on vacation and you gotta have one every day sometimes. So, anyways, that one's really cool for that. And then the last one is kind of a girls' night, like ladies' night. It's got a bunch of really fun glasses, like martini glasses and margarita glasses and sangria glasses, like in the little border punch, and shopping icons, and I don't know. That's a good, going out with the girls type one. So, anyways, these are free. They're valued over $43, and you get them free with a $150 purchase. Okay. So just wanted you not to forget about that. I know you heard about it last week. Life happens, you forget. I don't want you to miss out and and be really sad that you missed out on something for free that you probably will really value as time goes by. So let's go ahead and get started on this idea that I promised. So let's go ahead and do it. Change my screen. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. I really appreciate you. And if you have friends that love scrapbooking, I would love for you to share my site with them so that they can follow me too. Thank you for doing that, or share my post, like when I post this later on Facebook tube, and I mean on Facebook and Instagram. Share my post so we can get it out to more people. All right, so what I'm going to do, what did I decide I was going to do this morning? I think just for the fun of it, I was going to do this one. So this is Mandala Burst. I'm working with a piece of paper from Perfectly Kitty. And it doesn't really matter how big of a piece you start with. A half a piece is plenty big to do what I'm getting ready to do, maybe even less. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, remember on your border punch, you line up to the little line here, and then punch. And then after you punch, you draw it through. I'm going to do it upside down so that you all can see. There's a blue pattern. We want to cover it up with the paper perfectly, and that will tell us that it is. So I should only see the paper and not the blue pattern underneath. I'm working with blue on blue, which is probably tricky for you all if you're not really confident about this. So I apologize. Should have thought that through. So I'm going to keep going. Started on the other side of this piece of paper to make it easier. All right, but that's just how I roll, right? All right, if you happen to do this and you get a little piece on the end like we did here, just pull it off. See how that's there? We don't need that guy. I'll pull that off. All right, and then I'm going to do it to the other side. Maybe I'll do it this time upside down so that you can see it better. No. Okay, another one of those. All right, doesn't always happen. Probably has to do with where I lined it up, probably just not perfect. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to trim it off. And typically we trim off giving a certain amount of space. I'm not going to give it any space at all. This time I'm going to flip this way. I'm going to trim it off as little as possible. All right, and you'll understand why. So anyways, just as close to the bottom of that as possible. That's what I'm going to do. Doesn't matter if they're not the same size, so don't get all bent out of shape with measuring like you sometimes do. Promise you it's not going to matter. I wouldn't let you down on this. All right. You see how even this one, like, I really cut really close, but it doesn't matter. All right. All right, so we're going to do that. Then take whatever you have left and we want to, I don't know, 1 inch strip. We've got plenty of space here. I can do a 1 inch strip, half-inch strip, 1.5 inch strip, whatever you do. We're going to do two of them because we'll prepare for a double page spread. Two of them, and it doesn't matter what size you pick. I'm going to do 1.25 for the fun of it. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one. All right, that's one, and then I'm going to do it again. All right. Then what we're going to do is we are going, all right, I'm going to put this on top of this so that it hides most of the punch. All right, and so what you probably are seeing, so I'm going to actually put my adhesive on this part, and we're going to hide most of it. And you can decide what you like. Like, I'm just going to do little bits peeking out. But I could do a little bit more. You can do the whole punch. You know, it's a really pretty punch. But what I'm trying to get you all to see is that those pretty punches can be used in different ways. And if you cover up a lot of it, you get kind of a different little look. So I'm gonna just cover that up. Look, just those little peaks pop out. And then, and so we're gonna do that to both of them. About the same amount peeking out. All right. And then what I'm going to do is decide on how big of this I want to show up. I like about a 5 inch on this. 4.5 would be good. 4 would be good. I'm going to do 4.5. 4.5, 5, 4, and anywhere in there. Even less if you want to, really, in all honesty. All right. You could do 2 inches or whatever. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on these, on the back of this. Actually, what I really just want in this instance is just the little tops here, the little tops that we let poke out. And then I'm going to put those little tops that are poking out aligned with the top of the pink so that we just have those little nodules sticking out. Is that kind of cool? All right. So that's the idea, is that you're just minimizing the punch to get a different look and then letting the part that's sticking out hang over a solid to give it some pop. All right. So I'm going to show you some that I've done. I'll finish this page later. This is with Perfectly Kitty. It's a really cute collection. All right, but I'm going to show you some that I've done and the strategies that I've used to pull the final pages together. All righty. So actually, before I do that, I'm going to just show you um, how you can tell if what you've picked is a good combination. So we just punched a variety. Like this is spider web. By the way, a lot of these that I'm pointing out are most likely on sale. So kind of keep that in mind. Let me grab, I had a solid piece of yellow somewhere. I'm just going to grab a piece because I can see it. So to see if it would be a good choice for you, kind of play with it. Like I'm just going to slide this piece of paper over it to see the different looks. Look at that. Is that kind of interesting looking? All right. So you can get different little looks by covering it up. You could make it even more so, and you get a totally different look. All right. Let's try this one. This is called Geometric. By the way, a lot of these, I don't know how long they're going to be around. Like I said, they may or may not be on sale. You can look to see. This is really super cool. This almost looks like a world, an atlas or something. Looks like umbrella tops here. Isn't that kind of neat? All right. Another thing I realized is if you did two of them and overlapped them like this, let's watch to see what happens. So I'm lining them up so that they're spaced equally. Now look, isn't that cool? Totally different looks here. All right, we already checked out this one, but what I didn't show you is what it would do if you did this. Actually, let's do this. Cool. All right. Mushrooms. Now, remember how I said this is how you check to see if you like it? I'm gonna let the verdict be out on this one if we like it. All right. So this just kind of is kind of irregular, like it almost looks like roller coasters to me. Like if you didn't get the Creative Memories roller coaster punch, it almost looks like roller coasters. Um, also see maybe something looking like a alien, like this looks like a little body with a little head with two eyes and a mouth kind of peeking over the edge. So I know that some of my creative people might be able to do something with that, maybe a little bear or something crawling on the side. I don't know. You have to use your imagination, girls. All right. And then the one that I wasn't also very fond of was this one. This is the spring. Let me see if I can see the name up there. Spring leaf. And it almost again looks like an alligator or something at the top there. This little eyeball there, something with a really full cheek. This one I don't know. I couldn't justify a whole lot to this. You can make it higher and maybe a little alligator there. I don't know. Use your imagination. See if this might not be one you want to try. Oh, I forgot that I actually finished this one. This is the one with the mandala burst, the one that I demonstrated with two, with the red and the blue, kind of a different look there. All right, so now let me show you some finished page spreads and let me show you how I kind of did these. So this one did a couple of things. Right, so this is using the paper line called This Life. The punch, the technique that I showed you is here on the sides. So this is the technique that I showed. I was using Floral Peak on this one, where I just let the flowers peek out of the top here. And then after I did that, I took the same color. It didn't have to be the same color, but I did pick the same color. And I did about probably a 2-inch strip here across the top, maybe 1 3/4 inch across the top. And then I threw in another punch at the top. This is the one that y'all could have gotten for free. There was also another punch promotion not too long ago that if you spent 100, you got it for free. If you didn't get that one, please reach out to your advisor instead of trying to buy it online. It could be that she will honor that same promotion if she has some left, where if you spend 100, you can still get that one. Um, so anyways, I like the way this looks together. I've used the mats from the matte pack of This Life. This is a matte. I added an embellishment I popped this embellishment. I added little flowers from that. This Life is one of those collections that's designed to span the whole year. So it's a collection that you should get, and you can do a year's worth of pictures because they're all the colors and designs will follow for the year. All right, this one, same idea. This one I did with Something Blue, collection called Something Blue. And I used the snow-capped mountain on this one. Okay. So this is a snow-capped mountain. I just like the look. I think it's a really pretty looking border. I did maybe a thicker strip here, maybe a not so thicker strip here. Remember how I said it didn't matter? So I made it thicker here. I made this one not so wide. Something there. This is an embellishment from Something Blue, and so is this. These are flowers from the floral embellishment set, and these are embellishments from Something Blue. All right, so after I did that, I added another, like just a strip. I took the same color, did a nice strip here. Doesn't matter what size. You can see this is a lot thicker than the other one. And then this one, believe it or not, came from fishnet. So I cut out a fishnet, and after I cut out one, I took my scissors and cut it right down the middle, and I put part of it here and part of it here, for a really pretty look here. I am using some vellum here. I am using vellum adhesive. Must not have scrubbed the vellum adhesive. You are going to want to take your fingernail or your forget the name of that tool. There's a tool, and kind of rub it out so that you can't see it. Um, I can see it a little bit, but not too bad. Well, with this one, I can't see it at all. But anyways, do kind of rub them out. Um, but this is Something Blue. Beautiful, beautiful collection. It's great for wedding, but it's also just a beautiful collection for almost anything. Love the vellum in that as well. Might want to get some vellum, even if you don't think you'll use that collection, but I think it's beautiful. This one is what's this one called? This is Full of Wonder. So here's the technique here at the top with the damask punch. And I covered up just a little bit of it. And then after that, I added a strip here. I actually added vellum underneath it. I got excited after I did Something Blue and I used the vellum. I'm like, I always forget that that vellum will match anything. And went ahead and popped some vellum behind these strips before I added, this is actually a border maker cartridge called Scallop Heart. Looks like this. Scallop heart, and I trimmed it really thin off of the paper and then just butted it up against that vellum here. Isn't that beautiful? Again, the floral embellishments, they come in like six different colors. They have these leaves and oversized flowers. These are some samples of the flowers. Super pretty with this Full of Wonder, isn't it? And I also, on these mats down here, I actually took the border maker cartridge and went down that too to kind of accent those mats. Super pretty. So So again, what you're doing is doing the technique I taught at the beginning. Any size strip up here, but this one's going to be smaller. This one can be small or big, depending on how much of the paper, how much space you want to take up. And then if you like this technique, we're just going to take an accenting. In fact, I didn't even use one of these colors. What I was doing was grabbing the blue here, and I did a navy um, to go across, either end. This would have looked really nice like this too, to cover just a bit of it. And then these are great places to put some embellishment groups if you want to, which is what I did here. All right. So that is what we have got. And I hope that you were paying attention and I hope that you were able to try that. Hey Holly, would you hand me the punches over there for what they can for the punch bundles? I actually have a crop today and my people aren't here yet, but I'm really surprised they're not because this starts in 4 minutes and sometimes they're really anxious and they get here sooner. Um, but wanted to show you these so that you can get excited. Um, so the little ice cream punch, and then we've got this one is called Happy Hour. So this one, it goes with the girls' night. This one goes with, it's called Ice Cream Social, I think. So we've got a cone here, and we've got some scoops, and we've got a cherry. And in the stickers, we also have little bowls. Like if you're a bowl girl, like for whatever reason, I cannot eat out of a cone. I need a little bowl. But here's the one for it's called Pub Time, and this goes with game night. And then for our coffee lovers, we have Morning Brew. That definitely looks like the old Starbucks. All right. So had to bring that up. They all come with matching papers and stickers and or embellishments. And you can get those while supplies last by spending a $150 order, you will get them free. I encourage you, print photographs, get your spines done, buy stuff that you're going to need in the next 6 months papers, like pages. Pages is a big one, 29.50. It doesn't take many of those, pages, an album cover maybe. Maybe invest in our trimmer. You all have this yet? This is 49 bucks and the blades are $9 each. You get a straight blade with it, and it's designed for you to be able to add them as you go along. Um, this is a great tool. And if you get this tool and don't like it, please let me know because I haven't had anybody say that they didn't like it. It's like I love it so much. So this is a great thing if you're trying to get your order up. These board punches, they might be on sale, which is gonna kind of sabotage you on hitting 150. But these border punches, a lot of them instead of 28.50 are actually 20.50. I don't know which ones, I didn't double check. But anyways, you get, 5 of these, 6 of these, you're on your way. Um, if you don't have the border maker system, this is a great value. This is a good thing to get. If you haven't updated your accessory binder yet, I do not see mine sitting beside me. Oh, your accessory binders, these guys to store your stickers and stuff in. This is a good thing. They're like 39.50. So let this be the time that you get the things that you are jealous of people for having. Um, this guy, I have to show you that in case you haven't seen this yet. This is a little organizer bin for your border maker cartridges. Let me change my screen. It's 2 layers and it stores all your border maker cartridges. It also stores your tool, like this piece and this piece. I'm missing one. And then if you want, let's see, this one here. If you want to, you can even store trimmer on the top. It still will close nicely and zip, no problem. All right, so this is a 39.50 little thing to store your border maker cartridges. Even if you're just starting and you don't have enough border maker cartridges to fill it, I would get it anyways because it won't take long. You can talk to my scrapbookers. So anyways, it's a great little thing. It has a rainbow cover. I just don't like rainbows. So thank you guys for watching me once again. If you need an advisor to shop with, or if you want to be my best friend in the whole wide world and join my team, I would love that too. Otherwise, reach out to your own advisor for either of those things. They would love to hear from you. It always makes our day. My website is www.creativememories.com/user/ and then my name, Becky, which is how it's spelled up there. And my last name is Belote, Belote. Bye. Have a great weekend. Is it weekend? No. Have a great week. Bye.